today's task is to fit a new head unit. I've bought the Pioneer DAB radio. It's MVH 330. I bought this with my own money. I haven't been sent it or asked to review it or anything like that, so this is just my own personal choice. I quite like Pioneer itself, so yeah. So let's see how we get on. So I'm not going to do all of this in one hit. I'm sure I'm going to have to order some parts in. I've got the wiring harness that came with the stereo. And I have looked at the connections on the existing stereo, which was already in here. But I don't know how easily it's going to fit in. So there's the wiring harness, two ends. I believe the smaller end, yeah, that fits into the stereo itself. So we'll just remove the packaging. Right, yes, that's gonna slot into there. Yeah, that's fine. DAB aerial goes in there. FM aerial in there, of course. Now I know this stereo is going to come out relatively easily because I have checked, so I'm going to flip out the top cubby hole there, place it over there. Nice easy access, and this I believe should just pull out in one fell swoop, thus. There's the connections. I wonder if it's very, very similar to there. I might be lucky enough to get away with plug and play with that. I don't know how much you can see here yet. Let's just unplug that. That one. Aerial. Right, there's the existing unit, JVC. Oh, hello, I know what I haven't done. I haven't taken the CD out. It's probably an easy way of pressing a button and ejecting it, but I'll plug it back in. And if you excuse me one moment, I shall just nip in front of the camera and put on the ignition for a few seconds and eject the CD. So excuse my body getting in the way. There we go, that's it, one CD ejected. I wonder how many people do that. I bet there's a fair few, almost me. Right, let's take that off. The other funny sound you heard earlier then tinkling away was the dash cam. Right, start again. Unplug. Place the unit down there. And before I do anything, I think I will just try that for size. There's the harness. Ooh, I think I might be really, really lucky. And that should literally just plug and play. Keep your fingers crossed for me. I don't normally get luck like this, so you never know. Let's have a look. Yeah. That's just one section. Right, that looks to be all connected in. Right, fingers crossed, and wait for the bang. Right, I realise I haven't put the cage in yet. Hello, we've got power. Well, that's looking very, very promising. Right, okay, so what I'll do, I'll just unplug that. We're on a permanent live here, so I shall unplug that for a minute. Some more fingers and thumbs here. Right, that's that. And what I shall do, I'll just have a general look just to see if it's worth putting this up or waiting for the magnetic roof mounted aerial. I've got a feeling it might be easier to wait for that and then thread that through, because I'll show you the blinds. I'll just pause you for a second. My dilemma is the cable needs to fit behind the A-pillar. On the A-pillar I have these remis blinds, however you pronounce it, because the dab aerial has got to stick to there on one point, and then the copper strip has to tuck behind there, and I've got to attach that to bare metal, or some say painted metal, to provide a good earth, I believe. I don't know if I want to mess around with these blinds. I think I might just go the easy option and have a roof mounted aerial coming via the rubber here and thread it down the back there and then underneath. Right, so I'm back with you. The aerial has turned up. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there it is. Slightly smaller than I thought, but that's fine. I'm a bit concerned that the wire's going to be long enough, so that's something I will check now. Fortunately, it's always best to make sure you've got the right fitting. That's the one that's going to go in the back of the stereo for the aerial fitting. Don't forget also the other consideration is a lot of the, although this hasn't got a quiff, up above the driver's cab is all fiberglass. Right, obviously the cable needs to come up from the underneath, but what I don't want to get into the realms of doing is detaching all the different flaps and things there in the glove box. So I'm hoping to sort of sideline that and then come up through there, come up from the underneath up through here. So bear with me while I should go and find a bit of wire. I can poke down into there and try and thread the cable up through there by the use of a bit of wire. So I shall pause you for a second and be back shortly. Right, I'm back with you. Yes, I've had to route the cable on the metal of the cab. I've very Heath Robinson fashions my pulling stick, as it were. So I'm just going to undo that. If I can. I didn't think this had a lot of sticky this time. Oh, there we go, it's coming off now. Now found the end. That's it. Right. So place said stick out the way. And do not forget to thread everything through the cage first. So the cage is loose. That's going to go that way. So that through the cage. That through the cage. And the aerial, of course, through the cage. Right, that's all okay. And place the cage into there. Right, I'll set the cage back. Make sure it's clear of everything. Again, fortunately, it's good to mention that as it was wired up previously, it was all wired up to the permanent live. So don't forget, when you switch the engine off, turn the radio off. But in this case, this is what they tend to do in motorhomes, leave the radio going. Right, now I've got my trusty screwdriver, and I'm just going to bend the lugs in. See. Slide. Sorry, my hands are in the way a little bit here. Just bending everything down like it should. I think the last time I did this was about 20, I think. I'm now 55. First things first, I shall put the dab aerial in. And that there. I'm assuming it just is a push fit. Yeah, there's definitely no thread there, so that's a push fit. So I haven't put the face unit on just yet. Right, so just make sure the wires are clear. Sitting in there nicely. I've got the faceplate, which sits in there. And Pioneer. Set up, yes. Right, I haven't read the instructions, so we just language English. All I do is just to set up. Yeah, you can see that. Is just press the button. That's probably reversed in the camera angle there, but we're on 2, 3, 4. 4. 58 is that? I haven't got the time showing on my phone. So 4:58. Click that FM step. Dab on, quit, yes, updating. Lots of numbers going up, so I don't know if you can see that correctly. Right, I'll turn that down so I don't get a copyright strike. And I think, as they say in NASA, we have liftoff. I'm really pleased about that. I shall pause it for now, just while I go through the stations and listen to the sound quality. Right, everything's all working all fine. I use the SRC to select either radio, aux. I haven't tried the aux yet, but I can either plug my phone in there or USB, and I've got a USB stick in the other car full of music, so I shall try that in a minute. I haven't bothered doing the phone connection because up on there on my sun visor, as mentioned earlier, I have got hands-free calling, so that's fine. I'm not going to sweat about that too much, but the important thing was to get a bit of music. I've got it all in there solidly now. I've just got the last little bit to pop in, which is the little cubby hole thing here. So I'll just pop that in. Make sure I'm not fouling anything up. Let's find it's a bit of a fiddle to get in. There we go. That's it. That's all in. Everything's sitting flush. I think possibly I could put another couple of clips in there at some point, but for now that's fairly solid. Yeah, that's everything out the bags. Yeah, I've just got to route the cable in, make sure that's all secure, and as I say, in a minute I'll show you the aerial and hopefully I'll be safe and sound where it is. And yeah, I'm really pleased that went in so easily. And yeah, I do like a bit of music when I'm driving. I've routed it all the way under there, up through there. That microphone was in by the previous owner, but I think that's now redundant. Oh no, actually that could be the one for the Bluetooth. Routed the cable all the way up there, and not the best looking in the world, but there's the aerial just there. And as I say, all this is fiberglass. Of course I can't put anything magnetic to that, but that'll do for now. We'll see how it fares in the wind, and we'll let you know how I get on with it. I might reroute it at some point, but yeah, for now that's gonna it's got me 30 odd channels, which is not bad for this area, southeast Kent. So yeah, that's gonna give me something. And I found my USB stick loaded up with I think possibly 8 gig of music, and I've just popped that in, and yeah, sounds lovely. Bass is good, punchy sound. Thanks for watching. I'm glad it's been a good journey and a nice video. There's no swearing involved. Yeah, once again, thanks for watching, and please like, please subscribe. We really appreciate it, and enjoy you coming along on our little journeys. So we're brand new to this, so everything's a learning curve, and if there's anything you need me to discuss, talk about, as a pretty much virtual newbie, only done 2 trips so far. Had the motorhome just over a month now, and that's of April 2023, coming into 1st of May tomorrow. Wow, another month gone. But yeah, join us on a journey. We do like having you along, and we do value all the comments that you put below, and thank you ever so much.